This channel is always going to be about clarity and guidance. With that in mind, I just kind of want to let you know kind of what I'm going through right now, because it's kind of a scary situation. I know a lot of you will identify with this and understand. So just to put it all out there, this is a lot for me as well, just so I could get it out and try to understand it as well. What's going on? I've always had this respiratory problem, like trouble breathing. And if you watch a lot of my workouts here on the Challenge Accepted channel, you'll see that I don't talk while I do the exercises, because if I had the sound on, all you'd hear was very deep, gasping breaths. Like you'd hear that a lot, and you don't want to be hearing that through a whole workout. So I cut out that audio and just do the workout. And that right there, that little clearing of the throat, that's why in the other videos that you'll see on Challenge Accepted, there's a bunch of edits as well. Because as I'm doing recording, I'm doing this one straight through, and I'm actually doing pretty well. But in those, there's a lot of clearing of the throat. I've had really severe coughing fits, where to the point where I've seen stars before, where I've coughed so hard. So that's that. To just bring you up to speed, on Friday, today is Sunday, I went to the doctor just because it got to a point where it's not allergies, because I always thought it was allergies. I moved from the East Coast to the West Coast, and as soon as I moved to the West Coast, I had severe allergies, and that's something that's very common. So if you've done that as well. So I always thought it was allergies, so I did all the over-the-counter medications, and in some part it helped, but it was never perfect. So I just said, maybe I just have severe allergies, but I don't want to go to the doctor and get checked out because I'm stubborn. I guess I'm like most guys out there. It's like we're very stubborn when it comes to seeing the doctor, and we only go to see the doctor when something is wrong or if we have serious pain. And that was Friday. Friday, I was having very, again, severe coughing fits. I was sitting in my truck one morning before going to do a workout session, and I sat there for a good 10, 15 minutes just trying to clear my lungs, trying to open up the air passageway, and it just wasn't working. So I decided to go see the doctor. Getting to the point, they did all the tests. The great doctor there. He did all the tests. First, we had the conversation, of course. I told him about my smoking history. I smoked back in my 20s. I'm in my mid-50s now. So from 20 to 30, I smoked. And of course, that was a concern of mine. And also my main concern was when I was in my 20s as well, during those smoking days, I worked in security. So if you remember that, the department store, Montgomery Ward's, I used to be undercover security at Montgomery Ward's. I was the guy behind the cameras there. So every once in a while, I worked there for 7 years. After 4 or 5 years, I became basically someone who would install those cameras. So I'd be crawling up in those ceilings in these old buildings in these old malls. And I was young and dumb and just wasn't thinking about like this time in my life. So I'd go up there crawling around in the ceilings, no mask, nothing like that, no eye protection. And with my flashlight, headlamp, whatever I was wearing, I could see the particles floating through the air. And that was all going in my lungs. So I brought that up to my doctor, because my biggest fear, of course, is lung cancer or COPD or anything, just something serious respiratory issue. See, there's those deep breaths that I just lose. And he did the oxygen, blood oxygen test, and I am low. I think he said I should be in the high 90s. I'm actually in the low 90s when it comes to my blood oxygen level. So that explains a lot when you said that. And then he got the stethoscope out, had me do a couple breathing exercises, or just do a couple breaths. And that's where I saw his demeanor and his tone shift. Because when we were talking about smoking, crawling through the ceilings, breathing, and God knows what, it was very calm, chill, talked about allergies, blah, blah, blah. As soon as he came around after checking my breathing, yeah, something shifted. And I could tell that he heard that it's something a little bit more serious. So at that point, he prescribed a couple medications just to kind of rule some stuff out. I got what's this? Symbicort, and I think it's like some kind of singular. I think it's like, and so it's one. They're both one's for allergies, and the other one's a corticosteroid for clearing up the lungs. So I'm taking those two right now. I just started yesterday, so I'm seeing a little bit of improvement. Usually at this time of day, I'm clearing my throat a lot more. So it's a good sign, but he still is very, I won't say worried, but he's very cautious and he wants to, so tomorrow on Monday, I'm going in for some x-rays. They're going to x-ray my lungs. He just wants to make sure there's no cysts, masses, dark spots, whatever in there, because I work out every day. I'm very active, hiking, kayaking. I'm a lot of big outdoorsman, so I like being in the outdoors doing stuff, and plus the working out. My breathing and respiratory system should be strong as an ox, but it's not. And again, it's knowing these things now, knowing that my blood oxygen level is low, knowing that he's hearing something strange in my lungs, knowing that my airway is being constricted by something explains a lot when I'm on those hikes, when I'm kayaking, when I'm doing whatever, when I'm working out. Why I can't breathe, why I get dizzy, why I can't go for as long as I used to be able to go. So I know I've been rambling here for a long time, but I appreciate you listening because, again, this is kind of like a therapy session for me. I just need to get this out. And I want to share my journey with you because, again, I want to be completely transparent with you. I'm not just some face on YouTube. I'm not just some talking head. I want to be. I want to guide you in your journey into fitness, pre and post cancer. But I also need your help as well because I know a lot of you are going through this kind of thing, and I'm at that point where I don't know what this is. I'm hoping these medications will help. Like I said, it's only been a day, so I've taken like one pill and 4 puffs from the inhaler. So I can't say that it's a miracle cure or anything like that. We'll see tomorrow, I guess, or the day after they look at the x-rays to see if there's anything going on there. But let's just take this one day at a time. I'm not going to freak out. I'm not going to get too scared. But again, if you have any tips or words of motivation, please share them because, again, we're in this together. I want to give you all the knowledge that I have when it comes to being a cancer exercise specialist. So I'm turning to you to just, let's help each other out here. So I will let you know how the x-rays go. This is just step 1. So thank you for listening, and I'll let you know as soon as possible.